Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
So that a... Start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Now it's gone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The penalty is declined.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
And the Lions are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here's Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Montgomery.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Once more Montgomery, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Lions.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Love from the gun.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 49 yards.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
First down, Love to pass. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Going back to Love. And this one too low.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and 2, Love with it. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs from 4 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe they've done that here in the first quarter.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll run on first down. Gibbs.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gibbs.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Second and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. On first down, it's Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So another drive coming up for this Packers offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Love.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Throwing. Love. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Gone.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Goff now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Again, Goff.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal. Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Patterson now for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
First down, going to the air with Love.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 10.
Love now. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw now. Here's Love.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Love looking to throw it.
That's taken in by Watson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Love. He finds Watson complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On the delay, Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check to the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Goff now looks to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
on first down. Gibbs, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the 22, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Following the interception, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Off the play fake, Love.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage.
He'll find Aguara complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going back to Love.
That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards, the final tally. Love, they go play action now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Love. Man open, here is Jones. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jones is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
A jet sweep, Dobbs.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Romeo Dobbs.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Time for another look at this Lions offense.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On second down, it's Gibbs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning, and that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Gibbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. And you have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gibbs, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Not a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Now Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounced back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
A check down here to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Love looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.